fell asleep. I didn't. I was just distracted. How's everyone doing? It is 4 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. This is a big day of giving, May 7th. Big Day of Giving. If you don't know, Big Day of Giving is an annual event where participating nonprofits come together and try and earn money for their organization. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to be live streaming for the next 20 hours. 20 hours, because you take 4 away from 24, you get 20. So I'll be here for the next 20 hours. We have all types of really cool things going on. I'm going to show you. Just jump over here for a second. You can go to saccomedyspot.com/live, and then you can scroll down, and you can check out our streaming schedule. So we started, we did some Snake Tank, we did some Love Advice, we had a dance party just recently, and now it's time to chat with Brian. This is a show where, there's not a lot that goes into this. It's just me talking to you, you talking to me, me talking to you, hanging out, asking things, talking about things, getting to know each other. Mandy says, fancy seeing you here. Yep, I'm back. I really like this event every year because I've done fundraisers for the Comedy Spot in the past. There was a year that I listened to Chumbawamba for 24 hours straight. So this is way better. At least it changes every hour. Like I said, though, this is a fundraiser for the Sacramento Comedy Spot. We are trying to raise $10,000 in 24 hours. So far, we're at $3,805. I'm blown away, man. We're looking at about $1,000 pledged every hour, which is fantastic. Sincerely, I really appreciate everyone's generosity. Everyone has been extremely amazing. Even before this, dealing with us being, all of our operations being paused and everything. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. If you can, give a little bit, bigdayofgiving.org/comedy. That's our profile. Here, I can jump over here. I'll show it to you really quick. You just go over to our, you just go over to our profile and you can see what we do and who we are and why we're asking you to support us. And I want to say this. I want you to go over to just the Big Day of Giving site itself. So far, we have raised $2.8 million for local charities. I'm going to tell you something right now, a little secret. These charities, these nonprofits, they need your help more than ever before. A lot of these places are doing twice as much work with the same budget or less budget. And so they need your help. These are the type of organizations that feed the homeless. They take care of women and children. They make sure that kids have instruments. They make sure adults have instruments. They teach you how to read. They give you after-school specials. There are so many things that all of these organizations do, and we are just one small part of that. So if you can support, please do that. Come back in the primetime hours. I'm going to be showing videos. From some of the participants in this year's charity. So please come back, do that. It'd mean a lot to me. So let's check in with you. Becky said, Mandy told me to go to bed, but I just woke up. This fundraiser is so cool. Oh, well, thank you, Jabberwocky. I appreciate that. It's always good to see you on here, too. Thanks for staying up so late, early, whatever it happens to be for you. Andrew says, woo! Is that for me? Is that a woo for me? I think it's for me. I'll take it. Hey, this is your chance. You get to, wait, should I do okay, and now here's the official start of the show. Let's chat. Yeah, if you want to ask me something, or you don't have to ask me anything. You could bring up a subject. We'll talk about that. If you don't know, I'm into space stuff. I had a pause. What am I into? Let me check. I'm into space stuff. I like it. I go snowboarding. I bought a brand new longboard. I don't know if you guys can see this. I meant to transfer this over to the computer, so if it got weird, you know, there was like nobody here, I could like share a video with me, I guess. I don't know. Here. No. That's my son messing with a... All right. I don't know if we can... Wait. Huh? Wait. Wait for it. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this anyway. This is going to be all for naught. Let's see if you can even see it. Yeah, perfect, Brian. Killing the tech game this morning. Just a white orb. I was skateboarding. I wanted to show you that I was skateboarding, but it's not going to work out, guys. Not going to work out. You'll just have to, I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel so you guys can check it out later on. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, perfect. Okay, fantastic. Great. Let's just put this down right now. So what are you guys doing right now? Just hanging at home, doing your thing? All right. Well, I'm going to tell you about some things that are happening that are pretty amazing. I don't know if you know, there's a company called SpaceX. They are a rocket company. You know how a lot of people like soccer or football or baseball and they have a favorite team? Well, for me, SpaceX is my favorite space team. So, oh yeah, Mandy's working. Mandy, what are you doing? I'm working. Is this you? Is this you at your desk? I don't know what you do. I'm assuming you're typing, or you're doing surgery. You're like, I'm doing surgery. Or you're tossing a salad. I don't know what you do, Mandy. What I'm saying is you're half listening and half not. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, SpaceX. Boom. They are my favorite space team. And pause. Evan says that he's busy watching the live stream and building his Minecraft house. Mandy's just laughing at me now. That's okay. That's good. So anyway, SpaceX. They are my favorite space team. And they are doing some really cool things with rockets. Number one, on May the 27th, SpaceX has built a brand new rocket that is going to take NASA astronauts to the International Space Station for the first time since the shuttle stopped working. So that's pretty dope. May 27th, you're going to see this rocket take off with 2 astronauts in it for the first time ever. First time that a crew has been in what they call the Crew Dragon. So that's amazing, right? And then like happening like any second now, days, hours, minutes, SpaceX is also launching 60 microsatellites or mini satellites. I don't know how they describe it, but 60 of them. They're launching them into space. They are communication satellites that are going to give you internet service from wherever you're at in the world. Yeah, space internet, right? And that's not just the 60 that they have up there. They actually have 420 satellites that are already up there. So this will make it 480 satellites that are going to be up there. They're going to start testing it in the northern United States. So that's cool. That's 2 cool things. Third cool thing was SpaceX. Hey, Jess, by the way, before I keep preaching, how are you? Third cool thing with SpaceX. This is all true. I'm not making any of this up. This is one private company doing all this stuff. So SpaceX is also working on a rocket called Starship, which Elon Musk wants to take all the way to Mars. Yeah, the coolest thing in the whole world is space internet. There it is, right there. Space internet. Who needs NASA? We have Brian. That's what Janet said. I mean, yeah, I could tell you tons of stuff. I'm going to tell you the stuff that NASA won't tell you. So yeah, Starship. So Starship is a rocket that Elon Musk wants to eventually take to Mars, but he wants to stop at the moon first. But this would be a rocket that the whole thing would go up into space and the whole thing would come back and land on the ground. But land on the ground. One rocket. And it's made out of stainless steel. I'm not shitting you. It sounds weird. But it's like a stainless steel rocket. They're testing it in Boca Chica, Texas. I've been watching the live streams. You can look that up on YouTube. But it's a rocket out there. Well, right now it's just a cylinder that shoots fire because they've been fire testing this thing. But after they fire tested a couple of times, they're actually going to launch this thing and do, I don't know, I think it's like a 50-meter hop or something like that. It's going to go up and it's going to go and land. They're going to send a tube, a stainless steel tube, high enough up in the air where it's going to be floating and flying and then landing. That's amazing stuff. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Kim Chen says, hi. At last, something to watch when the insomnia hits. Listen, I'm good for one thing. If you're tired, I'm going to put you to bed. Wait, that sounded weird. If you're tired, I'm going to make you even more tired. You're going to fall asleep. That's a long explanation for that. Which moon? Kim asked about the Starship. So, okay. So Starship is going to be this totally reusable rocket that the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take it to the moon and back. They're also building, they just got an award, a contract from NASA that's going to allow them to make a moon version that will land. But then once they've tested it on the moon, they're going to take it the same thing to Mars. The idea is that Elon Musk wants to colonize Mars, and this is the rocket that's going to do it. But it's amazing what they're doing with this rocket because it's like they test something, it blew up. They test something else, it blew up again. They test something else blew up. This is the first time that something didn't blow up on it, and so we might actually get a launch out of this. And before that, there was this thing called Starhopper, which looked like a gigantic R2-D2 that flew up and landed. Just this metal thing that went up and landed. It's amazing. Do all the searches. This is like a conspiracy theory that's like totally out in the open that they announce in the news. Let's see. It's really awesome. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Oh, good morning, says Abby. Happy big day of giving. Happy big day of giving to you. I don't know if I can wish it back. Sure we can. We're all in this together. Let's see. Snoring sounds. No, Jess, I get it. I didn't think anybody was going to be up at 4:13 in the morning. Maybe one person. Honestly, I thought it was going to be me and Evan, and we're going to just be talking to each other. I'm surprised people are here. So this is what you get. Boring space talk with Brian. We talking Space Jam? No, we are not talking Space Jam. Maria will be here early. You can Space Jam it up all you want tomorrow. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, every time we start talking about space, we end up talking about Space Jam. I know how you are. Hey, Abby and guys. Hi, Mandy. Mandy's just spreading the love around. We're talking space. Yep. Snoring with Brian. Yep. Good morning. Yep, we did that. Yeah, we're just going back. Oh, Andrew says, let's see. More fun facts about space. A message from Earth to Mars will take 20 minutes one way, meaning everything has to go right or the astronauts are doomed. Well, that's a sad way of looking at it, Andrew. I mean, or you can say they get to improvise for 20 minutes while that round trip communication is going on. Let's see. It's our big day of giving anniversary. I know it is, Abby. I know. I had to pop in. I'm getting ready for work. Mandy's at work already. She's working. Surgery or whatever, Mandy. She didn't share. She does something, but she's not really doing it because he's watching this. So I hope you have a good day at work, Abby. Kim Chin said Matt Damon can confirm. If there was a dude that I could be, it would probably be Matt Damon. Matt Damon or Tom Hanks. Matt Damon, Tom Hanks. Trying to think if there's anybody else I'd like to jump in their body and be them. Who could I be? Oh, who else do I really like? Oh, the guy that was in Baby Driver. You'll know who this is. My daughter's a big fan of his. Mandy says I'm in front of a laptop. So you were doing this. Not really doing it. Yeah, see, I was right the first time. The whole don't mess up the astronauts are screwed. I know. Andrew took it to a really deep place. Okay, yeah, Abby says she's got to go. I'll see you guys later. I look forward to it. I hope you have a good day. Very nice. All right, what else are we talking about here? What are we, Ryan Gosling? No, it's not Ryan Gosling, but I'd be okay with that too. I'd jump into Ryan Gosling's body. That sounds weird. I'd jump into his body. I'd possess his soul. I can't believe that there's more than me and Evan talking to each other right now. I gotta be totally honest with you. And Evan's not even paying attention. He's like, da, 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 da. I'm building a Minecraft house. It's okay. I get it. Oh, did I tell you guys that 101.5K Hits is doing matching funds all the way up to $10,000? They're going to give us $10,000 up to $10,000 in the form of advertising and promotions for the Sacramento Comedy Spot, which I think is just about the most amazing thing ever. They did this last year. This is their second year in a row that they've done it. Rico, thank you. I mean, sincerely, you're just a good guy. Evan says, hey, I'm paying attention. Sad face. Let's see. Sorry, what am I supposed to do with all this cube dirt and gravel? I'm going to tell you something right now. I never use gravel in Minecraft for anything. You might as well just pitch that over the side of something, throw it in the water. I don't even know it. I mean, people make walkways out of it, but then when you walk, it makes a lot of noise. Don't even use gravel. Gravel's done. Throw it out. Keep the dirt, because you'll want to like terraform like a whole area and you'll want to make it your own. The dirt always comes in handy. Gravel, get rid of it. It's not even worth your time. Let's see. I would jump into Ryan Reynolds' body. Wait, what were we talking about? I mean, I would jump into Ryan Reynolds' body. I don't know. I would want to be him. I think you want to be with him. I don't know. That's what I'm sensing. I mean, if it was Ryan Reynolds, I don't know. I think he's a good-looking guy. So there's that. Let's see. Andrew says, sorry, I just wanted to put out fun facts. That's not fun. I'm sure NASA Spectral will do great. Yeah. So, what's really funny is, I don't know if you know all this, but NASA's working on a project to get back to the moon called Artemis, which is really cool. They've already built a whole bunch of components to this brand new rocket and rocket system called the SLS that they've been testing. So it's almost ready to go too. We might see a test flight of that this year, although I think it's going to get backed up till next year with all the, the world being on fire, So tons of cool space stuff. Let's see. Evan says, awesome, good to know. I have a chest that's full of dirt, sand, and gravel. Man, yeah, you can take the sand and make windows, so that's a thing. But I'd get rid of that gravel and keep the dirt. Maybe get rid of some of it. If you have a lot of sand, you don't need all that. Get rid of that. You gotta go mining. Are you playing survival or are you playing creative? You're probably playing survival if you have all the stuff. Yeah. This is our chance to chat. So if anybody has a subject that they want to put out there, I could talk about it. You could ask me questions. I believe they will put a station in orbit around the moon as well. Yeah, man, that is absolutely correct. It's called the Lunar Gateway. They're going to try to get people to the surface of the moon before 2024. So they may not use the Lunar Gateway for that, but it is going to happen. And NASA has contracted with SpaceX to provide, I think it's like shipments to the gateway, like supplies. Yeah. I feel like the naming of these space things are arbitrary. What even is an SLS? Oh, okay, all right. Space Launch System. Space Launch System. Space Launch System, yep. So, yeah, I don't know why they eventually settled on that. There was this whole thing called, I think it was Constellation. We're going to go with that. And it got canceled, but it's basically the SLS. Like if you look at a picture of the Constellation, you look at a picture of the SLS, it's the same thing. But what happened is they spent a lot of money on it, and then they canceled it, and now they're spending a lot of money on something else. SLS is like a couple years behind schedule and billions of dollars over budget. And then you got SpaceX in the middle of Boca Chica, Texas, just blowing stuff up as fast as they can because they like to build, test, not blow up. That's usually not in the plan, but they like to build, test, improve, build, test, improve, build, test, improve. So they have to improve, or they just keep blowing up. That's how it works. Favorite kind of cookie? Chocolate chip. Easy, done. Evan says, I have one survival and one creative. The creative one is where I made the replica common spot. Yes, this is Minecraft for all of you that are just joining us. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I always play survival games in Minecraft. I just like, because people they're gonna be like, I don't want to talk about Minecraft. But Minecraft is a really fun game to build stuff. But then you have like zombies that'll come around and kill you at night and everything. You should play. We need to take a field trip to the observatory in Placerville. Yeah, man, that would be cool, Andrew. They also have a brand new observatory at Sac State. They just built a brand new building that has an observatory, and they have this like art structure out in front of the same building, and it looks like a capsule, a space capsule. So that's really cool. And then also there's a new museum that's going in, a science museum that's going in here in Sacramento along the river, and they're supposed to have a brand new observatory too. So, boom. Jabberwocky says, I'm finally going back to sleep, but I'll be back. You need to come back, Jabberwocky. Go to sleep. Have a good night's sleep. Dream of dancing. You just rest your little head. You just go a little night-night, and then you wake up, and then come back and join us later on. It'll be a lot of fun. What's your favorite movie and TV show? Oh, wow. Like, I really like movies. So it's hard to say like one. Like one of the movies I really like is I really like Galaxy Quest as far as a silly comedy, but I think it's really smart at the same time. Let's see, what else? What other movies do I really? What movie could I not live without? I'm really into the Marvel movies right now. Like anything that has to do with Marvel, I'm super into. Classics, Forrest Gump. Anything with Tom Hanks. Do I have any? What? It seems like if I go home, there's just certain movies. Oh, Live, Die, Repeat with Tom Cruise is one of the movies I'll put on no matter what time of the day is, no matter what month it is, day it is. Like I'll just be like, oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, and then TV shows. Man. I haven't found like favorite. Like I really like Breaking Bad. I thought that was a really great TV show. I watched Walking Dead like almost from the beginning, and then now I'm watching it again with my daughter. So there you go. Are there any Tom Hanks movies you don't like? Yes. Joe versus the Volcano. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of Joe versus the Volcano. Yeah, I like all the mushy, like You Got Mail. Pretty, pretty into that. I loved him in Apollo 13. That's when all my things came together. Oh, that's a good TV show, Earth to the Moon on HBO. If you haven't seen that, that is fantastic. Let's see. What other Tom Hanks stuff do I really like? I loved him in Philadelphia. I thought that was a really great movie. Um, so Tom Hanks won for Best Actor for Forrest Gump and then for Philadelphia. And I told my friend, I was like right after he won, I was like, that's it. Tom Hanks is going to win 5 Oscars. Hasn't won an Oscar since. Blech. Dang it. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Same here. One of my favorite actors of all time. Love Walking Dead. Yeah, I'm back into it. I'm watching it with my daughter now, which is really fun. So it's like she's super fan. And she cries when people die. I'm always like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. But I'm like, everybody dies in this show. What's your favorite food? Oh, well, let's see. So when I'm upset, I like to feed myself. And so I don't really like sweets or crave sweets. But I get into this thing where if they're there, I'll be like, I got to eat that. So I try to stay away from the pantry as much as possible. But my favorite foods, I like any type of fish, sushi. I'm super into. Yeah, I eat a lot of I don't eat a lot of meat, so I don't eat a lot of burgers or steaks or things like that. I try to stay away from red meat. But I really like Brussels sprouts, of all things, Brussels sprouts. Don't tell me in the past that, because I wouldn't believe it. Let's see. Janet says she loves Walking Dead. Been watching since day one. Breaking Bad was great though too. Yeah, man, those shows are fantastic. Haven't watched Philadelphia. We'll talk later. Baked salmon. Yes, I love your baked salmon, Evan. I know who you are. Knobby greens. Yeah, man. I like like I'm pretty down for any vegetable. I don't like tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. Like even I don't know if this has ever happened to you if you're a person who hates tomatoes, but like if I get something that has tomatoes on it, I can't just pick it up. I can't like pick it out and eat it because if there's like one tomato seed in there, I'll be like, ugh! Like I can't do it. I just don't like tomatoes. I don't like the consistency. I don't like the taste. That. Healthy eater? I don't know. I also, like I said, I think it's weird. I do eat pretty healthy, but the thing is like when the emotions kick in, I'm like, oh, look at all the healthy things. I think I'm going to section off all this stuff and I'm going to put it in my mouth all at one time. So it might be healthy, but I'll eat like 9,000 calories of something healthy. Oh, Brussels sprouts. Well, let me make all the Brussels sprouts and take the pan and shovel them into my face. So I'm trying to get better at like being able to walk away from food. So, okay. Let's see. Have you watched The Wire? I started to watch The Wire and I didn't finish it and I regret it. And it's one of the things I'd really like to do is go back and watch that because I thought what I did watch, I loved. Andrew says, same. I hate tomatoes. Good. I take it Jess does not agree with that at all. She's like, what? I got the hiccups. Somebody scare me. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Evan says, "Oh, it completely slipped my mind if you had my baked salmon." I have. That was a great Thanksgiving. Oh, I had Evan over to my mom's house for Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's what he just said. Yeah, yeah, of course. So every year when Thanksgiving comes around or Christmas, I always ask Comedy Spot people if they wanna go hang out with my mom if they don't have any place to go because she loves to feed people. Oh, see, everything's coming full circle. Now we know why I take all the food and put it in my mouth. But she likes to feed people. She likes to have people over. My house is extremely loud on the holidays. Um, but yeah, if you're ever in Sacramento on a holiday and you need some place to go, just let me know because my mom will always take you. Cry tally number 3 incoming. No, Daniel, you just hold your horses. Cry tally, I should address that. Very early on, I was pretty overwhelmed with all the people that had donated. And thank you, Daniel. I know you donated too. I appreciate you. I should also say at this time too, there was an anonymous donor from back east, and I think I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. And also, Jeremy Breedlove, I don't know if you're still here. I know you were dancing with us last hour and hung out and everything. But yeah, I started to cry right at the beginning of this, so we decided that we would start to write down the cry tally. Listen, the later it gets, the more I'm here, the longer I'm here, I'm going to start crying. It's just going to happen. I'm already super overwhelmed by just everyone who has supported us this year ever since we had to go dark because of COVID and sheltering in place. And so I can't thank everybody enough for having our back, sincerely. It's been the difference between, having conversations about closing and continuing on. So I really appreciate it. Let's see. You screamed real loud, Brian. When what? Oh, about the tomatoes? Is that it? Was it tomatoes? Tomatoes. Yeah, I think it was tomatoes. I just don't like tomatoes. I love so many other things. I'm a very not picky eater. Like I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything. Take note when in Sacramento, go to my mom has a pretty good spread. It's pretty incredible. I think what my mom does goes, okay. She counts up how many people we're gonna have. She's like, okay, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then she goes, all right. Well, I want to make sure we have enough food. So let's make enough for 500. Let's make enough for 500. We should be able to feed 10. That should be good. And then there's just stacks of food. It's so funny. Maybe you haven't had a good tomato. I don't know. Kim, okay, here's me. Every once in a while, I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I haven't had a good tomato. And I'll eat a tomato or I'll try to taste it and I'll be like, blah, 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 and then I won't eat it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. To get rid of my, I get it. Well, now I'm fine. I don't know what happened. Maybe it worked. Let's see. Most tomatoes, look at Kim. Most tomatoes we have are chosen for aesthetics rather than taste. Yeah, that could be it too. And maybe just over the years, they get prettier and prettier, but more gross as the years go by. Maybe I'm just getting all the commercial gross ones. Maybe I need to grow my own tomatoes and see what happens. I don't know. Just saying tomatoes makes my mouth start to water. That water because it doesn't want tomatoes in my mouth. I mean, I'll pretty much eat anything else, just not tomatoes. Oh, I can feel it in the back of my throat. I can't do it. I'm not talking about tomatoes anymore. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have to get up and leave. Just accept it. Kim Chen, stop it. Okay. What's your favorite drink? All right. Okay. This is the really Janet says tomatoes are gross, by the way. See Kim Chen? Right there. Tomatoes are gross. What's your favorite drink? Okay. Well, let's break this up a little bit. So I have this dirty secret. I try not to drink a lot of crap or anything like that, but I love Diet Pepsi. I know you're not supposed to drink it, but I like it. At some point I have to stop drinking it though. I need to stop drinking it, but I like it. And then I used to drink beer a lot. Janet says Bloody Mary. I used to drink beer a lot. Like I used to really like beer, and I liked it so much that I was afraid that I was starting to like it too much, and so I was like, I think I'm gonna not drink beer. So I decided to take a year off, and then so at New Year's, this past New Year's, I had 2 of the leftover beers that I had from the New Year's before because I bought a 6-pack. On New Year's, I said at midnight I'm not going to drink anymore, but I still had 4 beers left. So then I drank the other 2, and I think 2 are still at the fridge. But I think Mignon just used one of them to make us something. So now we have 1 beer left. Doesn't matter. I don't drink anything anymore. I've had the 2 drinks on New Year's, so the 2 beers on New Year's. So it was like by 12:30 I was done. And then the night that we closed the Comedy Spot, the last show before we closed the Comedy Spot, before all this went down, I had 2 beers that night at the bar, and my friend Chris even looked at me and was like, I don't know if you want to do that. And I was like, no, I probably don't. But I did. I admit it. Jess says, ooh, dirty secrets. Diet Pepsi is my favorite. You know what? You have things that are just, that you probably shouldn't, but, get out, you're fired. What? I'm fired? I'm fired for what? The drinking? I'm a Coke Zero whore. That's funny. Yeah, they're not really, I don't have like dirty secrets. Biggest accomplishment so far. Well, I mean, number one thing that I'm most proud of is keeping the Comedy Spot going for this long. By the way, here's a thing. The Comedy Spot, as of November of this year, is 15 years old. 15 years old. Started the Comedy Spot 15 years ago. Started doing comedy about 18 years ago. And so I'm really happy that I've been able to keep it going. And when I say I've been able to keep it going, I mean me and all the people that work here and volunteer here and perform here. I might have the vision, I might have started it, but we're the ones that keep the things on the track, right? So I'm proud of that. That's my probably greatest accomplishment. Now as I get older, I'm trying to do things for me, like I know you're like, yeah, but the Comedy Spot is you. It's like, yeah, but also like there were other personal things I wanted to do before the Comedy Spot that I pushed off to the side to be able to make the Comedy Spot continue to work. So now I'm trying to go back and do all those things. So proud of you. Well, that's really nice. I really appreciate that. I mean, like, honestly, sincerely, thank you. Number one is being awesome. Well, thank you. You guys are so nice to me tonight. What's happening? Somebody has to say something really mean to end the show. I'm going to get going here in just a couple minutes. Honestly, I was thinking that there was not going to be anybody here. So the fact that you guys hung out for a little bit while you're working or whatever, I think is great. Did you get on that longboard yet? Yeah, before you showed up, I was just trying to show a video of me that I took on my GoPro earlier today on my longboard, and it doesn't show up here because the screen's too bright. And I meant to download the stuff so that I could show it in just this moment, but I didn't have enough time. Have you ever had tomato Pepsi? Kim Chen, listen. No. Tomato Pepsi. If they had tomato Pepsi, maybe. Tomato Diet Pepsi, I might be like, all right, yeah, I'll try that out. I'll give it another shot. Screenwriting excellence. Yeah. So on the screenwriting front, I finished my first feature-length film script, which is Lost Luggage. I started working on the beat sheet, like the outline for the second one, and in the middle of that, I got inspired to write a third one. I went to go see the movie Onward, and at the end of the movie, I actually went to Pixar Studios to go see Onward, and I was sitting there watching the credits and just sobbing, like loud, like a, and I got inspired to write another screenplay, so I did the beat sheet for that one, and that's the one that I decided to start to write. And it's about a guy my age, like middle age, that decides that he's going to buy a skating rink and try to reconnect with his past, with his youth. So that's what I'm working on now. I have 6 pages of probably about 90 written. So we'll see what happens. Well, I can't wait to share it with you. Angela says, I'm just here, just trying to wake up before, orient myself. What the hell is going on here? Angela, I'm just talking to you guys because I needed to be up for 24 hours straight for our fundraiser. I figured that nobody would really be up at this time and I wouldn't have anybody watching. So I just said, oh, okay, I'll do the show where I talk to people and we'll talk about things. That's what's going on. Nothing's going on. Except for my snort. Clamato Pepsi. No. Ooh, it's 7:40 here in New Jersey. Time for coffee. Janet, that sounds amazing. I asked, I have coffee coming at 7? 7. So about where you're at now. I can't wait. Angela says, sounds legit. Yeah, I can't wait to finish the screenplay. I'm so excited. I love all your creativity and determination. You're an awesome role model. I don't know, Jess. That's very nice of you. Mandy says it's lunchtime there. She's like, okay, I'm going to stop working and go to lunch now. We know who you are. I'm going to bed after this. Okay, Carrie, good night. Okay, so here it is. Thank you. You're all very sweet. Even, wait, who was it? Who will back up? Angela, who's like, what's happening? You're all very sweet. Thanks for tuning in. I am going to set up for the next show, so I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to be back in like 15 minutes. What's up next? Let's go over our schedule. Let's see what we want to watch. Coming up next, oh yeah, I'm going to be with my friend Marcus Allen from ABC 10. We're going to try and get a couple other people in on the call, talk about Big Day of Giving and what we're doing here. After that, we have a talent show, which will be a lot of fun. We have a Saving Betty White video coming up. So there's all kinds of cool stuff that are happening later on. I love all you. I'll see you later on. Tune back in if you can. And thanks for hanging out. All right, bye. See you later.